Be me, 24. Just moved into a new apartment. Small, quiet, smells like dust and cheap candles. Finally a place that doesn't feel borrowed. Boxes everywhere, half my stuff broken, but whatever. New start. Clean slate. Few days in, start noticing my neighbor. Her name's Ayla. Found out from the mail slot. She's different. Short, delicate, like the world could blow her over if it sneezed too hard. Long dark hair, always loose. Calm face with that quiet sadness, like she's somewhere else all the time. Every evening she's on her balcony, sitting cross-legged, staring out over the streetlights. No phone, no book, no music. Just sits there. I try saying hi once. She gives a small nod, doesn't look at me. After that, it's just the sound of her balcony chair creaking sometimes. Not creepy, just noticeable. One night, around 10, hear a loud crash, then silence, then quiet crying. Stand there for a second, wondering if I should mind my own business. Knock on her door. Nothing. Knock again. Still quiet except for the sound of her sniffling. Door's unlocked. I step in. She's sitting on the floor next to a fallen bookshelf. Books everywhere, dust in the air. She's trying to lift it, but it's too heavy. She looks up at me like she's been caught doing something wrong. Eyes red, cheeks wet. You okay? It just fell, she says quietly. I couldn't get it up. I lift it without thinking. Not even that heavy. Put it back against the wall. She just sits there looking at her hands. Sorry for the noise. Don't apologize, I say. Just don't cry over furniture, yeah? It's not worth it. She almost laughs, just a tiny sound, wipes her eyes with her sleeve. And then it happens. That little half smile that looks like it hasn't been used in years. Thanks, she whispers. If it happens again, knock on my door. I'm right next to you. She nods. I leave before it gets weird. Next morning, hear a soft knock. Open the door. Ayla's standing there. Oversized sweater, messy hair, avoiding eye contact. Just wanted to say thank you for helping yesterday. No problem, I say. That bookshelf didn't stand a chance. She smiles again, a little less broken this time. Right, she says, and walks off. Door clicks shut. For the first time, the silence in my apartment doesn't feel heavy. Days start blending together. Wake up, work, eat, pretend to be a functioning adult. Every night see Ayla on her balcony. Same spot, same quiet face. Sometimes wrapped in a blanket, sometimes holding a mug. Looks like she's waiting for a thought to finally make sense. Start noticing small things. She waters a tiny plant on her railing every morning. Hums sometimes, barely audible, but nice. Every time our eyes meet by accident, she looks away like it burns. One evening, heavy rain starts. Go out to take in the smell. See her sitting there again. No umbrella, no jacket, hair plastered to her face. You're gonna get sick, I shout across the balconies. She glances over, small smile. Maybe. Maybe? Rain helps me think. She looks back at the street. I grab a towel and step over the divider between balconies. Hold it out to her. Think later. Dry now. She hesitates, then takes it. Thanks, she says softly, eyes down. Don't mention it. You'll owe me if you catch pneumonia. A small laugh. First real one. I walk back before she changes her mind about smiling. Next day, she's not outside. Think maybe she did get sick. Knock once, no answer, so I leave a note on her door. Rain's overrated, hope you're okay. Later that night, find a folded napkin slipped under my door. Written in tiny handwriting. Still alive. You worry too much. Don't even know how to respond, so I just smile like an idiot. Few nights later, she's back on her balcony. When she sees me, she raises her mug slightly like a silent toast. I raise my soda can in return. No words, just quiet understanding. For someone I barely know, she's suddenly everywhere in my head. Maybe it's the calm, maybe it's the sadness, or maybe I just like watching her exist. Week later, find a small box by my door. Inside, a few cookies, slightly burnt, wrapped in tissue. Note says, "For the bookshelf rescue, don't judge the baking." They taste amazing anyway. Knock on her door to return the plate. She opens, surprised, wearing an oversized hoodie with sleeves too long. "You didn't have to." "Yeah, but you started it." She lets me in for the first time. Apartment's cozy but half empty. Books piled on the floor, soft yellow light, faint smell of vanilla and dust. She makes tea, gestures to the couch. "You can sit, I won't charge rent." "Good, I'm broke anyway." She actually laughs. It's small, but it changes everything about her face. We talk, about nothing at first. Work, music, random stuff. Then she says, "I used to have people around all the time, now it's just quiet." I ask, "You like it quiet?" She shrugs. "You get used to it, doesn't mean it's good." Conversation drifts to movies, favorite places, things we miss. Turns out she plays piano, but hasn't touched it in a year. Says she doesn't feel anything when she tries. "Maybe that's the point," I tell her. "Play anyway." She gives me this look, like she's trying to figure out if I'm serious or just dumb. "You really don't know when to shut up, do you?" "Not one of my skills." She smiles again, softer this time. From that night, it becomes a thing. Tea, quiet, half-finished conversations. Sometimes she talks. Sometimes we just sit. Once she laughs at a dumb story I tell. Full, unfiltered laugh. I swear the sound could fix something broken. When I get home that night, my place feels too silent. And for the first time, I realize I don't want to be alone anymore. Winter comes in quietly. Streets get colder, days shorter. Ayla spends more time inside. Sometimes I hear the piano again. Slow, fragile notes drifting through the wall. Knock once, ask if she wants coffee. She hesitates, then nods. We drink it on her balcony, both wrapped in blankets. Breath visible in the air, lights from the street below. She talks less these days. Sometimes just stares at the snow like it's telling her something. I don't push. I've learned not to. One evening, her lights off for 2 days straight. Knock, no answer. Start to worry, but then hear her voice behind me. I was away. Needed a break. She looks tired, but calmer. We end up sitting outside again, cold metal railings under our hands. Silence hangs there for a while. Then she says quietly, "You know, it's been a long time since I had anyone close. So long, I almost forgot what it felt like to have someone stay." I look at her, but she's still watching the snow. "Thank you," she says. Just that. She turns to me then, eyes soft, voice steady. Takes a small step closer. Her hand finds mine. Short silence, then she leans in. Kiss barely there, just a brush of warmth in the cold air. She pulls back, whispers, "You're strange." I grin. "So are you." She smiles, the real one, the one I didn't think existed. We sit there under one blanket, watching the snow collect on the railing. Not talking, not needing to. For once, the silence doesn't feel like distance. It feels like home.